I never understand that. Tito says that he's poking the bear. People say he lit a fire under his ass. There's never been a round in the history of fighting where the judges look around and go, which guy's got a fire lit under his ass? Whatever guy hits the other guy more wins. Whatever guy's got better position, whatever the guy's dominant, whatever the guys go out there and fighting, he can be as motivated as he wants. I can be undermotivated or over-motivated. We're going to go fight. Our skills are our skills. My music will hit those speakers. I'll have my short pants on. I'll grab my mouthpiece and I'll walk to that cage. That's it. I don't care how he's feeling, up, down, or indifferent. We're going to walk out there, and one of us is tougher than the other. I have made a contention since the 90s that I was the baddest dude in the world. I'm either right or I'm not, but it's taken me 20 years to find out. January 21st is going to be that day.
If you're a professional athlete, you don't have the right to complain about anything. You know, and I hear these guys come out and they're crying and they're whining and it's poor me. And I've always thought, what a wonderful world you must live in if that is a big deal. You know, with all the things that are going on and the adversity that a person has to face, and you've got to learn to deal with that stuff. And you know, just because you get a little negative press or you end up in a little red tape here or there, you've got to know how to deal with that if you're going to get anything done in this world. I can't imagine. I mean, I watch just average folks have bigger problems with a day being a good husband or being a good father. Look, I'm a professional athlete. I'm not entitled to do that. I have an opportunity to do it. It's a luxury, and nobody owes that to me. And I've never felt like a victim in this whole thing. It was a nuisance, but that's where it is.
You know, I came from a wrestling background. I took on 4 or 5 guys, 6 guys in one day. And you never knew who your opponent was, is my point. It's a bracketed format. Even when you know who shows up, you don't know who's going to win, who's going to advance, what side of the brackets it's on. Point is, I've never game planned. I've never watched the other guy and thought, well, he does this and I need to do that. I focus on myself completely. They throw in new guys all the time, and it doesn't make any difference to me. I show up ready to fight, and that's it. And my skills are my skills. And sometimes it's been enough, and sometimes it hasn't. But either way, you make that walk and you find out.
It almost feels like people are expecting this out of you now. Like they're putting all this pressure on you. Does that bother you? Have you created this monster that you can't control?
No, I can control it. I do what I want. I don't give in to peer pressure. I never had a drop of alcohol in my life, and I went to the University of Oregon. So I do what I want to do, and I don't do what other people want me to do. But, you know, look, as far as building something, I think there's something there. You know, Michael and I got a little bit of a history. We're in the same weight class. And the bottom line is, you know, he thinks he can beat me. I think I can beat him. He wants to fight me. I want to fight him. But we can do that. We got a forum for that. The People's Forum. The Octagon.
My contention from day one is I was the baddest dude in the world and I couldn't get my opportunity. When I got it, I ran with it, and I'm still here. But I was in the practice room with world champions, Pride world champions, UFC world champions. I knew everybody in the world that could whip my ass, and that guy's name was Randy Couture. And there was no one else out there. And the guys that were around and the guys that had the belts, they will tell you I was whipping them on a daily basis, and they did everything they could to keep me out of the organizations. That's a reality. I thought I could beat Tito, but I never locked up with him. I don't know for sure, but I told everybody that I could, and it took me 20 years to get here, and we're all going to find out together whether that statement's true or not.
And digest it and sort of break it down.
It's a hard fight. You know, these fights are all hard fights. I've never had an easy fight in the UFC. You know, I don't go out there and slow my pace if I can or speed my pace up if I have to. I go 100% the entire time. You know, I hear people say, that fighter looked tired. Well, you better look tired. If you go out there and you're getting paid to fight, you had better put your energy out there. I will come out of this fight exhausted. I will feel like I got hit by a freight train. That's the feeling I like. I train hard, I work hard, and I fight hard, and I fight for victory. I don't fight to put on a show. I don't fight to feather my nest and give interviews and say things like, I want to go out and bang for the fans. That's stupid, and it's a lie. Kenny Rice would probably say something stupid like that. I go out for victory. I go out because I'm a competitor, and I go out to get my hand raised, and I make no apologies.
Well, I don't know that it's going to be easier. Look, he can be happy, sad, or indifferent. He's got good skills, and I got to go deal with those. But that's where it ends. As far as the motivation goes, I trust that he's plenty motivated. We're going to be on Spike TV fighting half naked for a paycheck and the applause of a drunken audience. I don't think either one of us needs to be overly motivated. As far as did I know I would generate this? Of course I knew I'd get this reaction. I'm a puppet master. I'm a genius. That's why I show up in a $20 t-shirt and he shows up in a dead guy's suit.
How are the arms?
Arms of steel, brother. biggest arms. I'm the man with the biggest arms. I'm the man with the greatest charm. And I'm the man that came to Chicago to do Bisping a lot of harm.
Always a pleasure, Chael. Thank you.
But at the end of the day, I'm Chael P. Sonnen, and the P still stands for icon. Biggest draw in the history of the sport, sold more tickets, t-shirts, or pay-per-views than anybody, and now I'm in the ratings game. And when I left this sport, I had all of those numbers. FS1, Big Fox, all of them. North American Gate, I lost every one of those records. But I'm here to get them back, and they never would have left my grasp if I hadn't retired. Lean, Mean, and 217, solid steel and sex appeal. The women's pet and the men's regret. I could not believe he called me fat. Look at the size of these arms, and when you're focusing on that, focus on this, because I got two of them. That's basically clean, by the way, I'll mention. Pretty much. Tito Ortiz, Saturday night. Chael, call me a fat guy. What am I supposed to do with that? I've never been called a fat guy before. Though, to his point, perhaps I wasn't in as good a shape as I am now, but the bottom line is the fight's on January 21st. I fight anybody, anywhere, at any time.